What up, weirdos? It's your boy Raindrop, Raindog, Rain Drizzle, and my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to BXTV, aka Back from Hell, your Spotify and YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you needed to know. Yep, you heard it here first. So, basically, it's your boys back at it again with the same thing as always. We're gonna do a comic book of the week, and then we're tackling a movie tonight for the Halloween spirit. Let me get this out of the way. If you don't know who this is Art the Clown. He's from the movie Terrifier. The third one just came out recently, and it is doing numbers in the box office for a small horror film. You know what I mean? So it's really exciting stuff. And me and Juju have never seen it all the way through. At least I haven't. And so we decided to watch it and give it a review and let you guys know if we think it's worth the hype or if people are just talking that shit, you know? So with that being said, me and Juju's comic book of the week is Absolute Batman #1 by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. I think I'm saying that right. Sorry for my dog, everybody. Came out on October 9th, 2024. That was this past Wednesday. It was $4.99 cover. There was tons and tons of variant covers. You know, there was a lot of stuff. So, it was very anticipated. Everybody was looking forward to it. This was a very hyped up book. It has sold out twice now. It is going back for a third printing. So if that tells you anything, people are buying this book up. They're enjoying it. I personally, spoiler alert, I was more excited off this first issue than I was Ultimate Spider-Man. Because it's kind of the same concept. If you don't know what Absolute Batman is, they're doing Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman. And it's basically all new origins, all new takes with their core values still pretty much the same. But it's all new, so you don't really need any history behind them. I mean, it just helps. It makes it more fun. But this, I thought, was definitely, more unique. Like, the Ultimate Spider-Man was really fucking good, but it felt like still in the universe of Spider-Man, even though it wasn't. And a lot of things are different. It just felt like a different Spider-Man story, where this is like, whoa, we're really changing up with what Bruce Wayne does and how everything is. I mean, he's stripped of the money. He doesn't have the mansion. His mother is alive. Spoiler alert. You know what I mean? He grew up being kind of like a shithead, being friends with all of the rogues gallery.
Oh yeah,
He was friends with
they talk about the poker game.
yeah, they talk about Oz and everything. So we know he's a player. Also, if you follow me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, because I did do a YouTube short on this. There's a YouTube short where I explain the whole first issue in 60 seconds to my best ability. It's also on TikTok. But yeah, no, I mean, there's so much stuff different. Alfred is a assassin hitman, from what we fucking agent sort. So I mean, there's so many things different, and I love it. I absolutely fucking loved it. Scott Snyder fucking walked the dog on this, and Nick Dragotta, or however you say his name, the art was fucking dope. Every character design felt okay, this is not typical Gotham.
It's weird because it's different, but there are when he's killer. There's a reference to Killer Croc that if you don't it's kind of if you don't look at the panel correctly, you miss it.
Yeah.
He's talking about he's always carrying the crocodile and how he's gonna have exotic animals and shit. And it's Croc's, what is it? Croc's boxing or something.
Yeah.
And it's oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is I wouldn't even want to say like the mirror universe of Batman, but it's like
I'm sorry, guys. I
there's
have
a
something.
semblance of the yeah, you good. There's a semblance of the character that you know and love from the comic book, but it's done in a different way. It's like kind of spun in a different direction. Um, so with that, I'm very interested to see what they are going to do going forward as far as the Rogues Gallery is concerned.
Yeah, and I
Um,
mean, and I mean, you get these one guys off rip called the Party Animals, and they're like taking Gotham by a storm. I mean, they're just like sacking everybody. They kill the Falcons off immediately, like it was like a
yeah.
fucking cakewalk for them. Um, and you kind of
And by
felt
the way, those death masks are real. Those are
okay,
like the actual like um it's not the actual physical like mask in the comic book, but the story behind it is a real thing.
okay. I didn't
You
know
know?
that.
Yeah.
But the Party Animals or
What's
whatever they were called, they get dog walked by Bruce. Like Alfred said it
oh
best. Like you could tell that he's been waiting for this moment. Like the way he like just like beats ass. And like the big difference in this Batman, he won't kill you, but he will literally make you wish you were dead. Like worse than like because he has these batarang ears. They come off and they're knives. And he
nice.
basically Alfred explains it because he's watching him through a scope. He stabs these people and like 30 something times, but misses every artery or whatever. Like,
Yeah. It's like he'll fuck you up, but just to the line of almost maybe killing you, but not. You know?
and then the big dog shows up to fight Bruce, and he fucking chops his fucking hand off. And the sickest thing I thought is when everybody hates the new Batman logo, but
I like it.
nobody realizes that it's literally a metal plate. Like, cause I mean, dude, he goes to fight this dude who has a giant machete, and Batman pulls out this like baton thing, and then like snaps it into his chest plate, and like fucking, it's a giant axe, and it's just
It's
like,
a
dude,
fucking axe,
you know
yeah.
how much of a hoss of like a badass, like strong motherfucker he has to be to carry around this chest that's like like head around on his chest, bro? Like that's insane.
And also Batman is super jacked in this, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not for you
He's like
know.
6'8" and like 250, like 280. He's also born in
Like
like what, 2004 or some shit? Like
yeah, they update it. Well, I mean it's got to be yeah. So it'd be 2004. He'd be about 20 years old. If assuming that this is 2024 Gotham in a different Batman universe, you know.
it says it on his mugshot. I just forget what the date
Yeah,
said. Like I think it said he was like 20. I think he's like 24. I don't think he was born in 2004, but I think he was 24. So like whatever that. I could be wrong. He was young though. He's younger than us.
yeah, yeah. He's a younger, like definitely jacked up Batman, and I like it. I'm here for it. I love the art in this. I liked how they superimposed the like the flashback sequences with his dad. And it's almost kind of done in a lighter, almost like colored pencil style. Um,
It seems to not matter what universe he's in. His dad dead.
oh yeah, and I mean even in the even in the universe where Bruce Wayne and his mom are dead, Batman is still a thing. You know,
Yeah, but like it's I don't know, dude. Fucking
it sucks to be a Wayne.
yeah. And I think what they do a really good job is just like for a first issue, they kind of introduce everybody with a like an intro and there's still enough time for action.
Yeah,
Like it's and then it leaves off huge. The epilogue or whatever you call it.
yeah.
That was huge. Did you read that part?
Fuck no, I don't think I got to
It
that.
okay, dude. Holy shit. It ends with like Batman like dipping on Alfred, right? Takes his like
Yeah,
dips out on him. He's on
take
the
this
rooftop.
bike.
He's on the rooftop, and there's an epilogue, and basically these dudes are like talking, and they're like, "You don't want to piss off homie. I heard they call him the Joker because he never laughs at anything." And they show like a shadow glimpse of like the Joker, like they show like a shadow over his face, but like they show like there is gonna be a Joker, like
Joker. That's what I was wondering.
yeah,
Like,
and like Scott
yeah,
Snyder's last Joker that I'm reading right now, may not be his last one, but the one that I read that I like the most is fucking the new 52, like Death in the Family stuff, like the faceless one, like that shit is crazy. So I can only imagine what he's gonna do with this dude. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
And again, it's an open question because like you don't everything that you knew about the Batman world when you come to this comic book, it ends at the front of the cover. You know, like take your all of your expectations,
yeah, yeah,
throw them
yeah,
out the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
window. You
No,
don't know what's gonna happen.
I I agree. Like, it definitely. It's like you can't really plan for this book. Like, I feel like they're about to take us on such a roller coaster ride that it's just gonna be insane. So I'm very much here for it, though.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna tie in Superman and Wonder Woman. I want to know what they're gonna do with them. Um, and I
I
know that we have the opportunity, but
I bet you
personally, as a reader, I want to know.
I bet you it's just gonna be like these heroes are being heroes in their parts of the DC, like Metropolis, Gotham, wherever else, and there's just gonna be such an existential threat that like they're somehow gonna be brought together. You know what I mean? Or like one of the threats brings them to the other city. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
type thing. And that's why I'm sorry, dude. I'm so excited that it's like pretty much like 3 issues. 'Cause I think I'm just excited to, like you said, to see like to read all 3 of them and just see how they all intertwine. You know what I mean? Like,
And also, I one thing I gotta give DC credit for is when they revamp a project, they revamp the shit out of
oh,
it.
I mean, yeah, dude,
Like,
the whole all-in thing with this and then like the regular
yeah,
storylines. We did the Batman on Twitch. Make sure you follow us on Twitch at BrainedXTV live every Friday and Saturday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard. But fucking all-in Batman 153 was amazing. I was not reading Chip Zdarsky's Batman, and now I'm subscribed. Like it's on my pool. Like
yeah,
I'm like, dude, I hate to be corny, but I'm all in. Like
yeah,
I've been considering dropping Ultimate Spider-Man just because I'm like it's really good, but like I just realized that like I mean, I like it right now cuz it's street level,
yeah,
but I don't know, man. Like they're bringing in Iron Man and shit and like it's just like it's pulling me out. Like I
yeah,
I like how gritty this Batman is. I like
yeah,
I like that like he's worked on every because they tell you in the story he's worked through like every level of the city, and now he's a civil engineer. So like he knows Gotham like in and out like the back of his fucking hand at his early age, and it's just like this Batman really is like in my opinion is more Gotham than Bruce Wayne could ever be in a normal timeline because of how rich he
yeah.
is and
Mhm. Because he's always divorced. He's always divorced from being even in like in the physical sense. Wayne Manor is always depicted as being outside of Gotham,
yeah, up
like just
like
on the
down and up
outskirts.
some hills, like,
Yeah,
and you can see Gotham in the
I like.
background.
I also liked how this Batman's Batcave is in the highest building in Gotham, and they
Yeah,
basically explain that like these. dummy corporations buy all this office space, but nobody's ever fucking there, and the only person who knows about it is the engineer who built the building.
Yeah, which is
So,
him.
like, and it's in the heart of Gotham, and like, and on the top, it's not a cave in the
Mm,
physical sense of being underground.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
above it all.
And it's Alfred's lair was dope. When Alfred shows
Yeah,
back up to Gotham, it's just guns and fucking guns everywhere, bro. I love that they have depicted him as a straight up killer. Like, John has been wanting a straight up thugged out Alfred. He got him.
Alfred. Yes,
He
and
fucking got him,
I
bro.
also love how he's like talking about the clerk in the convenience store that's like renting the room up like next
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
And he's like, he escaped Kabul during the invasion. If only he knew what I did back then, which is like, all right, Alfred, there are war crimes in your background.
Yeah, yeah, no, like I mean, he's trying to kill Bruce like 2 times in the book, and I think I can see where they're gonna team up. It's like
Yeah,
he figures out, oh, Bruce is actually like a good guy, like Batman, whoever he is, because he doesn't, you know what I mean, like, and
it, it's just a weird side note. It's weird how he's supposed to monitor the party animals and not do anything, but as soon as Batman interferes, they're like, "Yeah, take him out."
yeah, yeah, they were like, yeah, intervene, boss, and like Batman walked him, dude, like.
Yeah,
Batman is like that in this book. Like, I mean, he's like that in every book, but like off rip year one Bruce in this story. Oh man, I
not a
do.
force to be reckoned with.
What wouldn't you say? This is probably the most fearsome Batman at the moment. Like low key,
Yes,
like
yes.
just because like he's brutal and he's a fucking brute. Like he's the literal
I
definition of a brute, dude. Like. But he's agile. But he's an agile brute. That's what's scary.
when he went boom into
Punching
the
bag
fucking punching bag,
and
it's like,
breaks
oh,
it.
so it's hulked out Batman.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah. He just straight shatters the punching bag, and his best friend's just like, "You owe me for that."
gotta
Like,
pay for the sand.
yeah. He was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Yeah, you gotta pay for the sand, bro," because he told him it was more than the last time. Dude, I really am not trying to gas this book up, guys. I think if you've been wanting to read comic books or jump into Batman, this is it. Like
Yeah.
this is gonna be really fun, and I am not a Wonder Woman or Superman fan unless it's Superman Blue, and I'm picking up those as well on my pool list. So I mean, you guys do what you will with that information. I give this a solid 10. I would
Oh,
feel stupid to give it anything less.
tonight's a night of high scores because like this was a 10 in my book.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
We gave Blade Red Band number 1 a 10. I mean, fucking
I mean, just to shout out to the art again. That opening panel of the top where it's Gotham, the city skyline, and
oh
it ends
yeah,
with
yeah.
skyline. And it's like, okay, all right, this is the world we're living in now. All right, cool.
They show you how
Like,
strong he is too when he's fighting the party animals and he uses his cape to grab one by its neck and he fucking
yeah,
flings him like into a building or whatever. It's just like, holy shit, dude.
shit.
Like you really are just the Hulk on in Gotham. But yeah, Big 10, dudes. A big motherfucking 10. I mean, if you guys ever watch this, you should definitely be pulling that. And an honorable mention would be Blade, the Red Band series. That,
Yeah.
if you liked Brian Hill on Blade series 1 through 10, the last one that just got finished, you should definitely pick up this. And remember, read your fucking comic books. Come on.
Yes.
Read them, man. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Um. I will say this real quick. I always love when they take an existing property and they spin it around. If DC ever gets to it, I would like a DC Black Label. Um, yeah, no, DC's Black Label Scooby Doo.
That would be
Not like
fire.
Velma, not like the
Yeah,
Velma
yeah,
show.
yeah. Like some
I
Dead
want
Boy
an adult
Detectives
Scooby Doo.
types. Like,
Yes, I want it done correct. I want it to be reverent to the show, but also darker and scarier because I know that Scooby Doo is capable of doing that.
100%.
Um,
100%.
so
I
I
think
just
that
wanted. I had that weird blame flash. Got to put it out there.
that would be super fire. I would have to agree with that. That would be
I mean,
really.
especially after reading the Flintstones that they did the Black Label, I'm like, this is what you should be doing
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, yeah. They got. I get what you're putting down. I'm about it. I'm about it. I'm about it. So the meat and puddings. Sorry about my dog, everybody.
The real Terrifier. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, literally, dude. Literally. Tokyo! I yell at him. So yeah, basically, me and Juju watched Terrifier for the first time, and you know, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. I, if you guys aren't aware, it's a movie written and directed by Damon Leon or Leone. I don't know how to say his name, and yeah, and I would say this before we talk about this movie at all. This guy did something that a lot of people have been trying to do forever, and that is to normalize like lower budget like horror movies. Even if it
Yes.
even if it is just a gore fest. You know what I mean? Like cuz what he has done with Art the Clown, shout out David Howard Thornton, that's who plays Art the Clown.
Yeah.
He has made him a staple like Freddy, Jason, whatever. And people can say blah, 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 blah. No, man.
It's nothing like them. It's completely different.
No, and it's like he's a staple in his own way. He's now a staple for like just the slasher, not even like slasher, but like gore. Like the gore films, you know what I mean? Blood splatter satisfaction.
Yes.
Like
Splatter film, you know?
I mean, that's like
Um,
this fucking shirt, you know what I mean? Like it explains it best, and it's just like I don't know, man. And the thing is, I've seen people on Twitter, Threads, Reddit, oh my god, this movie sucks. There's no plot to it. Like it's all just gore, and I'm like, what did you go in? Did you think this movie was gonna be Hereditary? Like, did you think it was gonna be The Shining? Because that's not what this is promoted as. This is promoted as like a fucking like, it's just gonna be really intense gore with a minor plot that's really just gonna like push your limits on what you can handle, and that's the point.
Yeah.
It's fucking. What's the word I'm looking?
I'll sum it up like this. I went into this expecting a relatively low budget, clean American made horror film, and what I got was a 1970s Gallo film disguised as a modern horror. Because like literally all of the conventions that they used in this film is stuff that I've seen from Dario Argento, Suspiria, all of the old Italian horror films that my dad used to watch, where they didn't shy away from the blood and gore, where you got the special effect money shot in one take long enough for the audience to see it, register it, but not look at it and go, that's fake as fuck. And by the
Yeah.
way, that style allowed for creativity in a way that all of like the nuts and bolts could be hidden. Like a lot of the special effects shots, they look great because they're supposed to kind of look cheesy and bloody and gory,
Yeah,
like there's a
because
certain fast attached.
I mean, dude, the first 20 minutes of Terrifier is pretty gruesome. Like,
Yeah.
they let you know very quickly what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like, they are like, nah, brother, this is what it is. And I went into it and I was like, yo, if there's at least one scene that I find like off-putting, they nailed it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
And then the next thing, and the next
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And,
and like you said though,
I love.
like real quick, like you said, they did a lot of things to like you said, hide the seams, like, and it just made the movie a little bit more intense because
Yeah.
like it does. It's a 2016 film, if I'm correct, and
Yep.
it
Mhm.
definitely feels like a movie filmed in the 70s with 2016 like quality, with like
With 2000 in technology too,
yeah,
because like
yeah,
that kind of played into it a little bit. And then once the cell phones are out of the picture, it's a straight 70s horror movie.
yeah,
You know,
100%.
like, and the one thing I loved, like some of the, I mean, this is the director Giuseppe speaking. The shots where the character's looking, you see the close up shot of their face, and then a shot of what they're looking at, and it's like a door or like the car or like you know setting up basically like this is where the person is, that's where their exit is, and that's a very like 70s Italian way of doing things. It's all set up shot, set up shot, set up shot, and they're shot on film, so you only have like one take to get it right, and they do a lot of like the camera would kind of like jolt and move, so it's like the little minor imperfections that made it feel like a 70s movie.
No, 100%. And
And I'm
I
100% convinced they shot this on film. This does not look digital in any way. It's not clean. Like there
I
are
feel
moments of
like can I be
overexposure
honest?
that work.
Can I be honest? It felt like a filter. It felt like a filter of some
Okay.
sort. Like at least to me. Cuz like it cuz I felt the same way as you, but it felt like too perfect of like a filter. Like, you know what I mean? Like cuz it I don't know. Not like in a bad way. Not in a bad way, but like it
Yeah,
was
no. And if they used a filter, they used it to great effect. Um because again, like just that washed out overexposed image of, like when they're down in the hallway in the basement where like the lights are just really fucking bright. That quality comes from like the again like film reel.
I feel like the best part of the movie, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, in the very beginning, there's a girl doing an interview on TV, and her whole face is fucked up from where
Yeah.
Art the Clown, because she was a survivor. And the interviewer's talking shit about her, and the girl ends up gouging out the interviewer's eyes in like the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie. And then, for basically the rest of the movie, you're kind of playing like, who was that girl?
That girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're like, who was the survivor? Because they like basically take you back to the beginning, and it's like, yo, you're basically, and that was the fun part. That was the fun part. Was like trying to figure out who the main girl was, and I mean, there's the
Yeah.
obvious titty shot in the movie that made it felt like a 70s, 80s, like either American or
Yeah.
Italian. Like it made it feel like an old movie. It was like the unnecessary titty shot, like
The unnecessary mixture of violence and nudity that
yeah,
that is
like
just there for the movie's sake.
I mean, but dude,
But I would like to,
real quick. If I'm correct though, the first movie was like self-funded or like investments or whatever
yeah, it
from
was
like
crowdfunded.
no, the second one was crowdfunded. The first one I think was
Okay.
self-made. The second one was crowdfunded, and I'm not sure about the third one. But I saw like a
Oh,
tweet
I'm pretty
about it.
sure the third one got like a studio
Yeah,
behind it
yeah,
and
because
like
they saw what the second one did, and then they realized like Spirit Halloween and everybody wants deals with them, and so I had to ask though, are you are you interested in the other two now?
I'm interested in the second movie, um, mainly because I want to see what style, because I have a feeling that
Can I
each
give
one
you
is going to be unique.
can I give you what I heard?
Um, sure.
I've heard people did not like the second one because they tried to tell a story in it. Like they tried to
But
give background on art, and apparently people said taking away the fact that he's not a mindless killer kind of made it like not
kind
as
of detracts.
yeah. And I haven't seen
Well,
it, but that was like even John, John of the Jets, our boy.
yes,
His buddy is a huge Terrifier fan. He went and saw the third one, said he fucking loved it, but he doesn't like the second one. So, I mean, it seems like a pretty like it's like the consensus on it. But I'm still
yeah,
willing, like you said, I'm still willing to check it out because there's no shot I'm gonna watch the third one, which I am because it's a Christmas movie. Like
yeah,
that'll be out on streaming by Christmas time, so we'll watch it and review it during Christmas time. And I'm just excited to, like you said, see what, I don't know. I'm interested.
yeah. Like I would be interested if whoever helms the, and I think it's the same director. It's been pretty, I
Yeah,
think.
it's the same guy.
Um, so I'm kind of curious if he sticks to the same kind of like style that he filmed the first one in, or if he does like another homage to a different era of horror. Like I'm curious to see that. The whole backstory thing, like, yeah, I get it. But when you think about it, like realistically, if you ever did backstory on Mike Myers, which I think they have explored in several of the sequels or remakes, he's a psychologically disturbed kid. Does that detract from the fact that he's a homicidal psychopath? Or even Jason, he's a kid with severe birth defects that got drowned by stupid counselors. Like, but again, does that detract from the fact that he's a homicidal killer that's a non-stopping killing machine?
Yeah.
You know? Or even when they did the flashbacks with Freddy, like, and that's a character with no sympathy
I mean,
whatsoever.
can we be fair though? Freddy, Michael Myers, and Jason have way more plot than Terrifier
Yeah,
does.
that's terrifying.
If you go into Terrifier 1 and you enjoy that kind of movie, and then you're hoping for that round 2, and then you get this like plot-filled movie, yeah, I mean it kind of does take away from the experience cuz like that's not what you're there for. And I think 3 they heard their audience cuz
Yeah.
people cuz our buddy Zach went to Terrifier and he literally said it's disgusting, bro. Like it's disgusting. Like, and he loved it. So, and I mean, I guarantee you they went balls to the wall. Like, I heard they kill a
Oh,
kid in like the beginning or some shit. Apparently.
hey man, I'm all in a horror movie. Everybody's fair game, in my
I mean,
opinion.
yeah, Salem's Lot
So
straight rips a kid apart off screen. What's the difference? Just because they
yeah,
don't show it? Like,
I mean, hell, even Sleepy Hollow was like the first time I ever saw a kid get murked in a horror movie, and I was like, I'm here for it. I don't
yeah, you know
care.
what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Fuck them kids.
Why is it that like after the age of 12 you can survive a horror movie? Fuck that.
Yeah, like, nah, dude. Like, nah, fuck that. Fuck all that. Well, I guess Pet Cemetery the kid dies.
Yes, and that is like every parent's fucking nightmare is like their kid
The
getting run over by a car
the
or a
orig-
truck.
the original
The
is
remake.
the original is creepier than the remake. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
no, no, I'm talking about the original.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying though. I'm just pointing out though, like oddly enough, I feel like the remake is still creepier than the original. Like, I think the original is creepier than the
the
remake.
original is still creepier than the remake. Yeah, that movie's unsettling too. Like,
Yeah.
just everybody in that cast is fucking unsettling. Like,
Oh, 100%, dude.
like to this day, my bed is on the floor because of that movie. And they also did the same fucking thing in Terrifier too, where
Yeah.
when he's under the car.
Yeah.
Um, another thing that I was like, okay, I'm sold on this movie is finally the fucking would-be victim does exactly what I told her to do, and that's when he's got the bag over her, and I'm like, instead
Oh,
of
she
trying to
rips it
fight him,
open.
rip a hole.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like
but
right as I
but
mentally said it, she did it.
but but the first girl, who had a chance to kill him fucked up. She had two
Yeah.
shots. The first time when she stabs him with the knife, after seeing him saw her friend in half, she fucking
He
stabs
didn't go
him.
back for a double tap.
Yeah, she stabbed him one time in the back with a steak knife.
She wanted a potato.
Not right now. I'm
She was
recording.
stabbing her because she wanted
I'm
a potato.
recording a podcast.
Okay.
Talking about Terrifier.
Hi, Juju.
Says hi, Juju.
Hi.
Says hey, enjoy your potato. Love you too. But she stabs him once with the knife, and then when she's hitting him with the 2x4, she like waits for him, and then he shoots her. And it's like, yeah, you dumbass. Why were you waiting to hit him? Why were you telling him to get up? Hit him when he's down. He's a serial killing fucking clown.
Fucking yeah. And I don't want to give away the ending, but there was something to that ending that I was like, oh, okay, they're doing something real different here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That definitely threw me for a loop. I was like, all right, there's like a little twist here. Like, he's not exactly what I thought he was, which is cool. So, and if you look closely, like, you can tell it's low budget because, like, it's filmed in the most, like, it felt like it was filmed everywhere that he didn't really need a license for. Like, he just kind of, like, threw somebody, like, $100 or, like, $200, and they were like, yeah, you can film here for, like, 3 hours.
Dude. Like the pizza shop, I literally got like deja vu, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the guy's like, you won't believe this motherfucker. I've been here all night and this crazy asshole shows up. Like I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've said something along those lines. Like
Yeah, fuck it.
and I also love how they did the horror movie convention of like kind of like I call it the Annabelle syndrome, where something looks so creepy, but to everybody else it's mundane. So like only the audience knows that it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or like if Art the Clown ever shows up anywhere that I am, like I'm gonna immediately assume he's a fucking threat. Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
without seeing this movie.
Oh, yeah, with his bag of bullshit he brings with him in a black trash bag. Like, no thank you. As soon as I see those teeth, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm out.
Out.
Yeah, like...
He fucking
That's the
destroys the
one...
bathroom.
That's the one time... That was funny. That was the one time, though, I would have condoned drunk driving. Like...
Yeah.
Your death would have been worse
Yeah.
with him than...
And she was a dumb bitch too, because she's sitting there, you know. That part, I was like, yeah, this is real life for today. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then he gets in the car. It's like, oh my god, you won't believe what I just. Oh fuck! It's like, who leaves your car? I'm sorry.
After seeing all
Even
that...
if even before that, if I'm parked in the fucking driveway and you need to get into my truck, you're knocking on the window. That shit is locked.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I get that.
Like, and then the dude takes the blow to the head with the fucking hammer and still manages to get up. Like,
Fucking A, dude. I mean, yeah, dude. I thought it was a good gore fest. Like, I definitely...
yeah.
And I'm definitely intrigued to see what they do for Christmas time. I honestly, after what I've seen about the second one, I'm gonna watch it, and I don't really care what happens. But I'm 100% gonna watch the third one after I see that, because I need to see what the fuck this dude does during Christmas. I need it, because I feel like they kind of meme stuff in it. So
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna do something, like, super just ridiculous in this one.
I'll put it to you this way, bro. Whoa, am I
Ah,
masturbate? Oh,
ah,
I'll put it to you this way. I'm treating this series the way I would treat like a full moon, like old direct to video, like VHS horror movie, where like the first movie, like Puppet Master, the first movie is fucking fire. Everything else after that is kind of like, it could be good, could be bad, still gonna be enjoyable, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I get that. I get that. Fucking, I don't know, man. I definitely think if you're into gore and slashers, you should watch it. But if you're looking for something like Hereditary, it's not for you. You're not gonna enjoy it.
And
You're
I,
gonna think it's stupid. I'll be honest. If you're not into that stuff, you really would.
no,
You'd just be
no,
grossed out.
honestly, yeah. I mean, like, I haven't felt this uncomfortable watching a movie since Hostel.
Yeah, I mean, uh,
Or even Saw. Like,
this
you
makes. I
know,
was about to say this makes Saw like a fucking cakewalk in my
it
opinion.
makes it look like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the
Because, like,
original,
dude, he's
where there's
not
no blood
efficient
in
with
it.
what he does. So it's like, he's hacking motherfuckers up. Like, it's not just like this, like, oh, I stabbed you, you're dead. It's like,
And I'm gonna eat your face,
yeah, he literally
because it's
eats the
funny.
bitch's face. Like, what the fuck was that?
Dude,
He
he wears
literally,
the bitch's skin.
yeah, he wears the bitch's fucking skin that he hangs upside down. And, oh no, that was a different girl. He hangs one girl
Yeah,
upside down, butt naked, and saws her in half.
that was rough. That was rough to
Yes.
watch. I'm
That
not
was
gonna lie.
that was the scene that I was like, okay, I see where the cult following is. Like, this shit's fucked up. Like,
I was under normal circumstances. If I were watching this movie just for shits and giggles, I would have looked away. But I know that it was going to be a topic of convo, so I had to make myself watch it. I mean, oh, that's a rough way to go. And that saw is not like hacksaws are not like that sharp enough
fuck
to
no.
cut somebody.
That was the most
So there's a lot.
unrealistic part. Was like that he actually got to the dome piece. Like, he would have got like a foot in and been like, all right, this is fucking
All right,
bogus.
I'm gonna be here a while.
Yeah, like, get my gun. Like, it's
Which I'm like,
ridiculous.
you had that the whole time.
Yeah, dude. Like, I
And
also
then,
I
dude, we
hated
didn't even
that every person who ran away, like, just like ran to like,
the worst possible
yeah,
spot.
yeah. It was like, where are you going? Like, what are you doing? And then the one girl like stays in the closet for like 30 minutes after he left, and I
Oh,
was like, what are
yeah,
you doing? Like, just leave
dude,
already.
that the shot of the when she's looking through the hole and you just see her eye. I was like, that is such a Roger Corman move. Like that
Yeah.
is just a piece of metal
That
over
was
the
a
camera.
that was a sick ass shot though. Seeing Art go crazy
Yeah,
outside the door, like that was
yeah.
fucking off-putting. Fuck. Like,
And I mean, a genius bit of filmmaking because it's like the camera is only looking one way, so everything that is beyond, here and here, like in a normal horror movie, they'd like do an elaborate camera move or whatever, but it's a static shot, so like you don't know which he could be coming from here, he could be coming from here.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know because your line of sight is only as far as
No,
and I like how they
100%.
played with that. I also like how they did like they would do shots in the garage where he walking by and she'd be looking over the car and you could only see her point of view and then it would do the back shot and you're like, this motherfucker's coming out one way or the other. You never expect him to go underneath.
Yes.
Like it's fucking
I agree.
genius.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yes, I mean, you guys can look forward to a Terrifier 2 and 3 review. definitely be covering those. Anybody who went and saw the third one, let us know in the comments down below or whatever about it. You know what I'm saying? At us, we want to hear. You're definitely interested. Yeah, but yeah, I definitely think it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, for what it was, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to love it. I really did want to like love it, but like I'm not necessarily in love with these movies.
Yeah.
But
I kind of feel like they're CM1 kind of movies, you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
I agree. I don't or like if it's Halloween, you're trying to like freak some people out.
yeah.
So on Terrifier. Shock
I will
value.
also say
You know what I'm saying?
yes. I will also say this is a great bridge for like for young teenagers who are getting into horror, and let's be honest, of late outside of A24, there's really not much going on.
Oh, dude, if
So
I
this is
saw
kind of
this
like,
when I was 16 or 17, I would have been in fucking love.
oh, and I guarantee you would have stuck out like old grindhouse horror movies,
Yeah.
Gallo films, Dario Argento, like I said, Suspiria, which I honestly recommend that you check out. Um, just like that old classic way of doing gore horror instead of like elaborate special effects where it's like, hey, we only have one head, so we're gonna do this once.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know
No,
it's a
100%.
great balance between like modern horror and old horror, and it's like a great bridge between the two. So I'd recommend it for somebody like that. Do not watch with your children.
Oh, no.
Not a child. No.
Not, not at fucking all, bro. You'll scar them. Or turn them into a psychopath. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
but,
Like House of a Thousand Corpses kind of like this too, in that
yeah,
regard.
yeah, yeah, 100%. I compared it, I kind of said it feels like a Rob Zombie movie with a little less plot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also kind of like a weird built-in feature of the kind of genre movie that this is that like a lot of those old Italian movies they have no plot. That makes no
Yeah.
goddamn sense.
Fun fact, guys, Juju and his parents own a restaurant, and the guy who plays Art the Clown, David Thornton, he came in and ate there.
Yes. I
I,
don't know what he ordered. I
yeah.
I
I think that's dope, though.
I
I mean, it's dope that, like,
yeah.
when people are in town for, like, Nightmare Con and, like, Galaxy Con, they come to this nice-ass restaurant that happens to be right
Yeah.
across the street. Or they may be staying in
Oh
the
yeah.
hotel yeah,
Upstairs and
yeah.
like
They just
you
come
know
down and get food, like, and I mean, dude, it is fine dining, and they're famous rich people, so like when they're looking up nice places to eat,
yep.
it makes sense that like they go to your restaurant because like it's like white tablecloth, fancy. Like, do you want
And
this
there are
wine
no
with your cow anus, my friend? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
There's no looky loo. There's no like we don't do that. If we freak out about somebody famous coming to the restaurant, we're freaking out in the kitchen. We're not
Yeah,
doing that in
yeah,
the dining room.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
you're not gonna get if you are a celebrity and you're listening to Brain Dead, you're not gonna get like stalked in my restaurant. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit is no
He's
go.
just gonna text his best
Um
friend that the dude came there.
yes. Um The funny part though is yesterday the cast of the Warriors came in as well, and I took their reservation, and we were like 120 on the books. We were pretty busy.
Yeah,
They wanted to do a 10 top at like 8:30. I fucking took that. I was
yeah.
like, I learned my lesson last year because I had to turn down. Well, I turned down a reservation from there, and I was like, never the fuck again. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit if we're double overbooked. I am gonna put you somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's good business though, cause like
Yeah.
cause imagine their friends go to Richmond, they're like, "Hey man, what do I eat?" And they're just like, "Oh yeah, go to this place. We got a 10 top fucking last minute, and the
Oh,
food was
they
fire."
took real good care of us. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and they're rich, so I'm sure they tip well. They probably buy a
Yes.
lot.
Like I tell people at the
You got to be
restaurant who don't
honest.
know about the con.
Did they?
We get them when they're on their way up, and we get them when they're on the way down. You know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, that is, especially when convention people, that's exactly the types of, like, celebrities that are there. Some of them are, like, still popular, always been popular, so they're just, like, they're super famous. And then there's people who, like, were popular in the 90s, and, like, this is, like, their only way of, like, getting cash is that, like,
I'm getting, yeah.
50-year-old Sharon comes in because he was her high school crush, so she gets him to sign her Care Bear every year type thing. Like,
Oh my god, I love you in the Monsters, Butch Patrick.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like, it's like, it's so fucking funny, dude. You're so
We're
right
not
about
getting
that.
we're not getting Jenna Ortega or
Well,
Winona Ryder. We're
no,
getting
no, that's not true, because fucking John Espin, whatever his name is.
Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did come through.
he came through. Fucking Charlie Cox, um,
Yes.
Ric Flair.
Um,
He literally just
Matthew
retired.
Lewis.
Yeah, Matthew Lewis,
Uh,
Ron Perlman. Like,
yep. Not Rob Zombie. Alex Cooper.
yeah, dude. I actually hugged and touched Ron Perlman. Okay. Ron Perlman has written my name, actually. Fun fact.
Yes. I have yet to put it up.
I have it in my comic book room. It's sitting up on my bookshelf because I haven't framed it. What I'm gonna do, I'm getting a art book, and I'm just gonna put all my signed art and comics in this art book, and just like, whenever like I want to show somebody, I can just pull out the whole little book and be like, because I don't have much wall space left.
Yeah.
So
No, I feel you on that. And that is slowly starting to happen to me.
yeah, I mean, you can think of the same thing for like autographs. You can fucking get like a book and just like put a little label and like,
Yeah. And the year, like the date, the year.
yeah, and like just make like a book out of it, you know? That'd be pretty cool. Especially later in
Yeah.
life, you know what I mean? That'd be pretty dope, dude. I can't wait for con this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm very excited. I have a huge new approach to going to the convention. Saving starts after Christmas
Yep.
cuz
I would even start saving before that.
nah, I can't. My girlfriend's birthday is December 10th, and
Oh fuck. Well, yeah.
then I have
Sorry.
Christmas with her. So, I gotta, you know what I mean? And the thing is, I can't be one of those people who goes light on her birthday and only go hard on Christmas, because I'm sure that's happened to her whole life. Like,
Yeah.
so I want to be good on both. So, and she buys my GalaxyCon ticket for my birthday, and usually gets my friend one as a gift. So, I, I feel like, you know what I mean?
Because she knows if he doesn't go, she has to. Which I think she'd have fun at, by the way.
I think
Like,
she would too. I think if she actually just kind of like, it would be a sensory overload, because there's everybody's first time at one of those things. You just don't know where to
yeah.
look. You know what I mean? Like my first year there, I was like, and like year two, I kind of had like a little bit of an idea of like
Yeah.
where I'm going, the layout. And this year, I definitely like, it's like, okay, no, like this,
Yeah.
fuck everything else. Like,
Yeah.
don't fucking care. Like, I'm getting my photos and my autographs, and instead of signatures on books, I'm getting artwork done.
Yeah,
Like either
that's the way to do it, man.
either like a sketch on the book or like on a blank board, like bag and board thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to just get like fucking one of one sketches done or whatever, and like because I have one by Eric Larson, the guy who did Savage Dragon, and it's not a
Mhm.
I mean, it is a 101 because like he drew it like a little sketch, but he's drawn other Savage Dragons. But like I love that. It's like one of my like I would almost keep that over any of my comic books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Because it's like
Like
the dude who created this character drew this and signed it. Like that is fucking awesome. Like
that's like, dude, that's like buying a Picasso in 1929. You know, where it's like, oh, this is so what's his name? Something Picasso, and it's like you find it in an attic like 60 years later. It's worth like 2.5 million or
you know what I'm
whatever.
saying, dude? But yeah, that's what I'm going for. You kind of inspired me on the autograph side. Like
Yeah.
I was really only getting comic book writers and artists signatures, and like after last year, I was like, yeah, dude, I gotta meet more celebrities. This is so cool. Like, cause
Oh
Because
yeah.
luckily the ones I've met haven't been douchebags.
No, I've never actually met a celebrity that was rude, like overtly. You know.
Oh, nah, dude. Like, John, like, bumped into one on accident almost, and she was like, oh, you're fine, baby. And John was like,
Yeah.
Trish Stratus just called me baby. Oh, my God. Like, I was like, yo.
Like, dude, like I ended up talking to the kid who was in Shazam, not the lead kid, but his friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Forget what his name is. He did a voice on Luca, which my kids at the time loved because they're like, so it's Italian like us.
Yeah.
Not really, no, but fine. Um, Ended up talking to him for like 20 minutes about like Italian food, working for like Disney, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you're like a 16-year-old like actor, and you're like one of the coolest people here. Like,
Yeah, dude. The coolest
I'm
person
a
I met at con last year was this random Italian artist. He
yeah,
I told you about him, dude. He was the nicest dude I ever met. And he, like, I mean, he does covers left and right. He's about to put out a cover, right? His name's
yeah,
Giuseppe something. If you want to know, he's doing a cover for Wolverine. It's The Thing as Weapon X. He drew The Thing as Weapon X on the cover. Like, it's pretty
I
cool.
gotta look that up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's Italian. Like he lives in Italy. Like when me and John walked up, we were like, "How much for a signature?" He was like, $10 for the book, and I'll sign 5 books for free." You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the signatures were free up to 5, and they were like one of the exclusives he did. It was Uncle Sam, but like a zombie. It was like a Walking Dead spin-off book. I got it upstairs signed by him. And he has a really cool signature. Like he does like an artistic signature, you know what I mean? Like kind of like Todd McFarlane's, but a little different. We walked out, we were like, how much? He was like, 10 euros, 10 euros. And we were like, euros? He was like,
I forgot.
I'm so
I'm in America.
he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean dollars." We were like, "Oh, thank God, I don't have any euros, man, and I want one." He was like, "No, no, sorry. I've only been here for like 3, like a week or two. I don't live
Yeah,
I don't live in America. Like." And I was like, "Dude, it was so cool though, cause like you could tell that like he just like really loved that like we thought like his art
yeah,
was dope, and we just wanted to talk to him because then we started asking him, you know, like what does he do, like not what does
yeah.
he do, but like what does he mainly work on, stuff like that. And he was saying like right now, like at the time it was mainly Star Wars covers, which I was like, I was like, Juju would love that. A fellow Italian just cranking out Star Wars covers.
And like, the sad part is like when I was at the height of my Star Wars interest, it never occurred to me that that movie got released in Italy.
Did it really?
It never occurred to me. I would go to I would talk to because the Italian people that I knew only watched Italian shit. So you couldn't go up to Ricardo at Piccolo's and be like, "Hey man, did you see the new Star Wars movie?"
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it never occurred to me that they were Italian fans of Star Wars until I went to Italy when I was 15 and somebody was like, "Luke Skywalker, hey!" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
go on." Like, I did know that Italians loved Spawn because they loved their violent comic books. So that I did know, but Star Wars was like, holy shit, even here?
Yeah,
Wow.
like this shit.
I was fucking gobsmacked that we went to some lady's house to visit my dad's cousin or whatever, and I was looking at her movie collection, and they had Titanic like
Oh, that doesn't
3 months
surprise.
before it came out on VHS in
Oh,
Italy, in America.
oh, damn.
So,
Okay.
and I looked at the cover and I was like, this shit isn't Italian. like,
Dude, speaking of Italian Spawn, remember when I got that? Remember when I got that issue of
yeah,
Spawn, and I was like, dude, I don't know what fucking language this is because the sticker that said Italian was upside down on the
down.
back, and I fucking showed it to you, and you're like, dude, that's Italian, and dude, no lie, I sold every Spawn book I own in the original run except my Italian Spawn. I kept
Yeah,
the Stallion Spawn. I was like, dude, there's no fucking way I'm selling this. Like, I'm gonna get an original, the American one of that, just to have like a side by
yeah.
side comparison. But yeah, no, they fucking love Spawn over there. Like,
Yes. They love it's really weird because they still have their ongoing comic series still comes out in the Sunday papers over there,
yeah, yeah,
and that's when you get the real weird political cartoons and stuff
yep.
that are that's completely out of I will be real with y'all. You think American politics is out of pocket and out of whack sometimes? Them fucking Italians, they don't give a shit. If they find some dirt on you, they're putting that shit out there front and fucking center. So if you have a minister that's having an affair, everybody fucking knows about it, and that's gonna be right there in their cartoons,
Yeah, nah, I've seen some
they don't
videos.
hold back, you know.
Matt with 4 T's on YouTube, he does a couple of videos on like foreign comic book artists and
Yeah.
writers, and like they're always insane fucking stories, dude. Like fucking insane. Um, but dudes, I appreciate everybody who watched and listened to this and hung out. Me and Juju will be back next week. Let us know in the comments if you have a October themed or Halloween themed movie that you want me and Juju to review. You know what I'm saying? We can get one in on Twitch or here. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, or follow if you're on Spotify. And Juju, you got anything you want to say?
Uh, yeah. Um, First of all, your spare tire is only supposed to be used for going from your house to the repair shop to fix your tire. Second of all, lock your fucking doors.
Yeah, he's talking about
like,
Terrifier. He just.
yes, I am. I'm just putting that out there.
No, that's fair as
Lock
fuck.
your fucking doors.
That's fair as fuck. No, I lock my bedroom door, dude. Like, I don't.
I lock my car door. I lock my front door. I lock doors.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, dudes, watch more horror movies. Go support Terrifier 3, even if it's not your type of movie. Fucking support it. They're doing good things with that. And remember, never offended, always recommended. and later.